No one can predict when they'll be put into a life-threatening situation, but they can happen at any time. In light of recent events, it is necessary to review how to react should you encounter an active shooter situation. Active shooter situations are unpredictable and evolve quickly. An active shooter is someone who engages in killing or attempting to kill people in a confined populated area. In most cases, there is no pattern to the selection of their victims. Most people will never be involved in an active shooter situation, but everyone needs to know what to do to protect his or her own life. Offices should develop an emergency action plan to alert all staff members of a threatening situation and assist emergency personnel in locating anyone who may be trapped.
The green team is meeting in the conference room.
Develop a system to notify staff of a security threat in the office. Evacuate the building only if you know it is safe to do so. Try to have an escape route and plan in mind. Evacuate regardless of whether others agree to follow. Leave your belongings behind. Help others escape if possible, and try to prevent individuals from entering an area where the active shooter may be. If you do attempt to evacuate, make certain that your hands are away from your body and clearly visible to any law enforcement officers responding. Do not make any furtive movements that may alarm officers.
The green team is meeting in the conference room.
If evacuation is not possible, hide out. Seek sanctuary in an office or room, preferably without interior windows and with a door capable of locking. Stay out of the active shooter's view. Find a place to hide where the active shooter is less likely to find you. If possible, move furniture to barricade the door. Once in the room with the door secured, do not open the door again until notified by public safety officials. Once you are in a safe place, silence your cell phone and/or pager. Turn off any source of noise. Hide behind large items like furniture. Remain quiet. Call 911 when it is safe to do so. If you cannot speak, leave the line open and allow the dispatcher to listen.
Hello, facility security.
Security? There's a shooter on the 6th floor. I'm in room 603A.
Offices should be labeled inside office doors, identifying room numbers with emergency information.
We need help. Please hurry.
I'm sending officers.
Okay, guys, we got a report of a shooter. Let's go.
Once a notification has been sent, do not continue to call for emergency assistance, as this will only tie up phone lines and possibly slow the response of law enforcement and medical personnel. Do, however, contact emergency services by phone to advise of injuries and current information as it relates to the location of the shooter or threat. Information that will be the most helpful to give to the operator is the location of the active shooter, the number of shooters, if more than one, physical description of the shooter, number and type of weapons held by the shooter, and number of potential victims at the location. As a last resort, and only when your life is in imminent danger, attempt to disrupt and/or incapacitate the active shooter by acting as aggressively as possible against him or her, throwing items and improvising weapons, yelling, and committing to your actions. Do not leave your sanctuary until expressly directed to do so by credible authorities. Any person seen wandering common areas will be at extreme risk from not only the threat, but law enforcement responders as well.
Police officer, freeze! Let me see your hands. Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Put your hands behind your back.
When law enforcement arrives, remain calm and follow officers' instructions. Put down any items in your hands. Immediately raise your hands and spread your fingers. Keep hands visible at all times. Avoid making quick movements toward officers, such as holding on to them for safety. Avoid pointing, screaming, and/or yelling. Do not stop to ask officers for help or directions when evacuating. Just proceed in the direction from which the officers are entering the premises. The first officers on the scene will not stop to help injured persons. Additional officers and emergency personnel will follow the initial rescue team. Once you reach a safe location or an assembly point, you will likely be held in that area until the situation is under control and all witnesses have been identified and questioned. Do not leave until law enforcement authorities have instructed you to do so. As we've seen with so many recent events, these situations are unpredictable. Being alert and being mindful of your surroundings is your best line of defense to come out of such a situation unharmed.